Hello, everyone, and welcome to Learn Conversational English. I'm John.
And I'm Sarah. Thanks so much for joining us today. We're here to help you practice natural English conversations.
Today, we're talking about evening routines, all the things we do to unwind and relax after a long day.
This is such a perfect topic for English learners because we'll be using lots of sequence words. Words like first, then, after that.
Exactly. And we'll also practice tons of household verbs, things like brushing teeth, making coffee, washing dishes, doing laundry.
These are words you'll use every single day, so they're super practical. Plus, we'll have a vocabulary section at the end to review everything.
Perfect. So, Sarah, let's dive right in. What does your typical evening look like when you get home from work?
Well, first, I usually get home around 6:30, and I'm pretty exhausted from my commute.
Long commutes are tough.
They really are. So the very first thing I do is kick off my work shoes and change into something comfortable, usually yoga pants and a soft t-shirt.
Oh, absolutely. Getting comfortable is so important.
Right? Then I usually make myself a cup of herbal tea. I love chamomile or lavender tea in the evening because it helps me start relaxing.
That sounds really soothing. I'm more of a coffee person, but I avoid caffeine after 5 p.m.
Smart choice. After that, I usually check my mail and sort through any bills or important letters that came during the day.
Staying on top of paperwork.
Exactly. I find it's better to deal with it right away. Next, I start thinking about dinner. I'm not a big cook, so I usually just heat up leftovers or make something simple like a salad or pasta.
Nothing wrong with keeping it simple. Do you eat while watching TV?
Sometimes I'll watch the news while eating, but I try to eat at the kitchen table. After dinner, I always wash my dishes right away. I can't relax with a messy kitchen.
I'm the same way. Clean kitchen, clear mind.
Totally. Then I like to do some light exercise, maybe 20 minutes of yoga or stretching on my living room floor. It really helps me release tension from sitting at my desk all day.
That's such a good idea. I should add exercise to my routine.
You should try it. After that, I usually call my mom or text some friends to catch up on their day. Staying connected is really important to me.
That's sweet. What about your bedtime routine? When do you start getting ready for sleep?
Around 10 o'clock, I began winding down. First, I take a hot shower. It's like washing away all the stress from the day.
Oh, yes, hot showers are amazing for that.
They really are. Then I put on my pajamas and do my skincare routine, washing my face, applying moisturizer, all that good stuff.
Good skincare habits.
Thanks. Next, I brush my teeth and floss. I'm trying to be better about flossing every night. My dentist keeps reminding me.
Ha! Dentists and their flossing reminder.
Right? Finally, I set my alarm for the next morning, turn off all the lights, and get into bed. Maybe I'll read for a few minutes, but by that time, I'm looking forward to ending my day and getting a good night's sleep.
That sounds like such a peaceful routine. Mine's quite different, actually. I'm more of a night owl, so I tend to stay up later.
Oh, interesting. Tell me all about your evening routine, John.
Well, first, I usually get home around 7 o'clock because I often stay late at the office to finish projects.
That's dedication.
Sometimes too much dedication. So when I first walk in, I immediately change into my most comfortable clothes, usually old jeans and a worn t-shirt.
Comfort first. I love it.
Then, unlike you with your healthy tea, I make myself a strong cup of coffee. I know it's not ideal before bed, but I actually enjoy the ritual, and it helps me focus on personal projects.
Personal projects? That sounds exciting.
I'm learning to play guitar, actually. But first, I take care of dinner. I love cooking elaborate meals. It's how I decompress. I might spend an hour making fresh pasta or trying a new recipe.
Wow, that's the opposite of my simple dinners. Do you make a mess in the kitchen?
Oh, absolutely. After dinner, I spend about 20 minutes cleaning up, washing all the pots and pans, wiping down every surface, putting away ingredients. But I actually find it meditative.
That's such a healthy way to look at cleaning.
Right? Next comes my favorite part. I practice guitar for about an hour. I'm working on some Beatles songs right now.
The Beatles? That's fantastic. What songs?
Here Comes the Sun and Blackbird. They're challenging but so rewarding. After that, I usually watch a movie or read until pretty late, sometimes midnight or even 1 a.m.
Wow, you really are a night owl. What about getting ready for bed?
Finally, when I'm ready to sleep, I do everything quickly. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and change into pajamas. Then I set 3 alarms because I'm terrible at waking up.
3 alarms? That's hilarious, but probably necessary.
It really is. By the time I turn off the lights and get into bed, I'm definitely looking forward to ending my day, even though it's quite late.
I love how different our routines are, but they both work for us. You know, John, we used so many useful words and phrases during our conversation.
That's such a great point. Let's take a few minutes to review the vocabulary we used for our listeners. Should we start with sequence words?
Perfect. We used first constantly, like first I kick off my shoes or first I change clothes. It's the most common way to start describing a sequence.
Right. And then we used then and next for the middle steps. Then I make coffee or next I practice guitar. These words help your listener follow your story easily.
We also used after that several times. After that, I check my mail. Or after that comes my favorite part. It's a great way to connect ideas.
And finally, for the last step, finally I set my alarm or finally when I'm ready to sleep. It signals you're wrapping up your explanation.
Now let's talk about household verbs. We mentioned so many: brushing teeth, making coffee, washing dishes, setting alarms, changing clothes.
Don't forget, taking showers, doing laundry, turning off lights, locking doors, applying moisturizer. These are actions everyone does regularly.
And some useful phrases too: wind down, decompress, catch up with friends, stay up late. These make your English sound more natural and fluent.
For homework listeners, try describing your own evening routine using these sequence words. Start with first I and see how detailed you can get.
That's excellent practice. And remember, everyone's routine is different. The important thing is using these connecting words to make your English flow naturally.
Absolutely. Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us on Learn Conversational English.
We really hope this conversation about evening routines has been helpful for your English learning journey. These vocabulary words and phrases will serve you well in daily conversations.
Until next time, keep practicing your English.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a wonderful day and sweet dreams tonight.
Bye for now.